I have a limited battery and I have to be careful. My camera is kind of at its limits for... God damn it, he flew away. Nope, he's still there. That, I believe, is a blue heron. Or a crane, one of the two. He stands about 2 feet tall. Actually, with his neck extended, he's like 2.5 feet tall. He's been hanging out for about half an hour now. So, when they said Titans return, did that mean that Omega Supreme, Metroplex, Fortress Maximus, you know, the legendary big Transformers that are out there, that all of them were going to be making a return? How many did we get? We got Fort Max, and we got Trypticon, and we got the prototype Metroplex like 2 years earlier. You know, where's Omega Supreme? I am so blanking on how many G1 big bots there were. Cause like the only Decepticon big former I can think of is Trypticon. That's the only one I can think of. Oh, Grandis. Oh god, how can I forget about Grandis? I actually want a G1 Grandis. No, even better, I want an animated Voyager Grandis. Fuck that. I want a leader animated Grandis is what I want. Minus the spring-loaded elevator, you know. But I want, you know, a big fat thing, big fat cube that just stands up, and then, you know, you take the arms off and you stick it on the side, and then, you know, you flip the head up and you turn it around, and there's like, you open up the back side, and then there's like thing on the inside. You know, that's what I want. And then I reminded myself, you know, Power Rangers is doing something like that these days. What do they call it? The Lion, Red Lion Fortress? Zord, Megazord, or whatever it is. I still want a G1 Grandis, or a leader class animated Grandis. Are there any third-party animated figures out there? Not refits. You know, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about accessory parts. I'm talking about full animated figures that third parties have made. You know, that's what I want. Why wasn't Grandis part of Titans Returns? You know, he didn't even get a Legends class figure. You know, he didn't get a head. He didn't get anything. Poor sucker. Just. But why am I complaining about Grandis when they actually release? I mean, it's not like this guy hasn't been known for a long time since G1, but just I didn't become aware of this particular character until many, many years later. I found it and I'm like, ooh, I want one of those. Or I want the G1 version. And then they announced that this guy's coming out and I was like, ooh, I want that. And so here I am. I finally got it. That's a really awkward intro, Ava. What is wrong with you? Now, was it 3 years ago at this point, I did do an unboxing of Metroplex when I got it from Costco when it was brand new. Because it was like Costco exclusive at that time. Or, you know, early release Costco exclusive kind of thing. It was Christmas, something like that. It was the same year that, wasn't that the same year that Dark of the Moon Leader Class Ironhead came out? Something like that? I got him, I unboxed him, but I can't remember why it is I didn't finish it. Either I didn't finish it, or I was shooting for so long that it didn't, you know, I knew it would never get published. Probably that one. Speaking of G1 bots making a comeback, my family recently got Netflix, and I've been watching Voltron Legendary Defender. I never saw Voltron. I did watch Go Line a number of years ago. That was on, was it Roku or Amazon Prime? I don't remember which. But anyways, I saw Go Lion. No, it would have been the internet. It wouldn't have been. Go Line was surprisingly violent for a kid's show. I was like, wow, okay, I can't believe that they did this. But it was, I suppose it was a bit dated by the time my 30-year-old ass got around to it, so fair enough. And, you know, I didn't, just, okay, it exists, and I'll be honest, I've forgotten a lot about it at this point. I couldn't watch Voltron. Just, I wouldn't be able to because, well, let's be honest, English dubbing for Japanese cartoons isn't really that good. Even today, they still futz around with it too much for my taste. But I'm watching Voltron Legendary Defender, or is it Universal Defender? Something like that. Wow. I just started season 2. It's only 10 episodes per season, and they're already on season 4 right now. Wow. That show's good. It's borderline not for kids. It's almost too smart for kids. The violence is not a problem. That's not a worry, but it's like, wow, they actually put some good thought into this, and they take it to a whole lot of places. Like, they're no longer trapped on this planet for the entire series. They actually move away from the planet and actually go defend the universe in other places. And they do a lot of other things that were not even within the realm of possibility with Go Lion. So, color me impressed. Because I hadn't, like, I'd heard good and bad, and I'd seen the toy on the shelves, but, I hadn't done anything with it. I was like, no, it's just Voltron, and whatever. I'll go with a G1 Voltron. But now that I'm actually watching this newest incarnation, I think I'm going to try and shoot for the 16-inch figure, whatever. This is 16 inches, right? Maybe more like that. The 16-inch Voltron doesn't need the die-cast. There's a die-cast metal version, by the way. Wow. Which is like double the price. It was, yeah, color me impressed. I can't remember the last time I had a box this big in the mail come for me. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. That is a big box. Let's see. Let's go this way. Good God. I think Metroplex's box was actually bigger. Maybe Metroplex wasn't broken down, was actually not broken down to any parts. You can't really remove a lot on it. Maybe this has parts they disconnected or whatever. But oh good God, this box is huge. Let's see. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Don't want, don't want, don't want, don't want. Power of the Primes, yes. Don't want, don't care, already have it. Not that version, but I have one of those. Don't care. Oh. Oh. I'm not quite certain how this video is going to turn out, because like I said, the Metroplex video ran for so long, but also I can't remember at this point if, like, maybe part of the reason that the Metroplex video took so long to record at the time is because I was still in that stage of, oh, you can't see me, you can't see my face, Maybe I was still in that stage. I was like, how do I do this from over here, So, I think I was still in that phase. It was a legitimate thing at the time, to be fair. So, I have no idea how this unboxing is going to turn out. But there will be a bit more editing this time, I know that. Oh, I have that one. I don't have that one. I actually got to see G1 Trypticon a number of years ago in person. It was in a secondhand store. Secondhand toy store. Oh, what is that? Is that a Seeker? I have no idea what that is. But I got him. I already unboxed this for you guys. Got him. I don't want him. Blitzwing, no. Sky Shadow, no. Oh, is that Sky Shadow? Good lord, if it is. Oh, Leader Class Sky Shadow. Oh. I'm 2 years out of the loop, because, like, the three, well, now 3 figures that I got from Titans Returns, that's all I got from Titans Returns. And I'll reiterate that, I have G1 reissue Fort Max. I pointed it out in a previous video recently. But I have no desire to get the Titan Master version. Yeah. I mean, yes, it is a heavy remold of Metroplex, but I've got Metroplex, I've got Titan-class Metroplex, and I've also got G1 reissue Fort Max, so why would I need a second one? And the answer is, don't really need it. God, that thing looks like a beast. Kudos to whoever painted this. Do they have artist signatures on these, by the way? Six Shot, Sky Shadow. Or maybe it's like, I want to say Al Hirschfeld with the, what was the little Easter egg he put in all his artworks? What were they called? Was it the nannies, the nanas, what's it called? You know what I'm talking about. Captions will correct me for it. Anyways, maybe this is one of those artist things where you like hide the signature, you hide an Easter egg somewhere in here that gets past the people who commissioned it, Okay, here we go. Here we go. Need a better box cutter. Oh, sticker sheet. Hello? I thought this didn't come with stickers, or am I just completely blanking on it? Fort Mac, Metroplex comes with stickers, and to this day, there's more dust than stickers on my Metroplex right now. Because I was going to do this, I was going to do a thing where, unbox, and then take photographs of it without the decals, and then take pictures and do a video without the decals, and then at the end of the video, put all the decals on and say, hey, this is what it looks like without decals, this is what it looks like with decals. Kind of never got around to actually doing the actual CDX review, Wow, that is a big toy. Wow. I might do something similar where I don't put the decals on. Collector card, no one cares. I'm kidding. This is what I'm having to contend with here. Good Lord. Holy shit. Alright, let's do this. Now I can already hear you over there. If there's a problem with one of the hip joints, right? It locks up and the plastic is known to become broken. Yes, I'm well aware of that. I've seen a number of videos on the matter. Fairly certain, regardless of the outcome of the unboxing here, I am aware of those, and I will be looking into that further if it comes up. I'm hoping that this is one of the later stage releases that this is far enough down the production line that Hasbro's already implemented some kind of a fix or a correction of some kind. More awkward than heavy. God, that's monumenty right there. Jesus. Imagine if these were just hands of some sort of massive city former. What else is a city former but massive? Come on. I'd like to see Tidal Wave. I already went over this, but I'd like to see Tidal Wave as a leader class figure. Maybe even Titan class at some point. Not depth charge for Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon. No. No. If we're gonna do city formers, we need to get the basics out of the way. Trypticon, Metroplex, Fort Max, get those out of the way, and then we'll move along with and then we can move along with Omega Supreme And then, and Grandis, you know, as much as people dislike him, he is part of it. I think. Or maybe I just elevate it higher than he actually is. This is possible. Is it one leg or both legs that have the, or both hips that have the thing? That one's good. Ow! Urgh. Okay, so that one's good. Me, not so much. Sounds good to me. Oh boy, how am I gonna... Gosh, which mode should I start him in? Oh, looks like he's gonna start out in dyno mode. And keep in mind, I'm not gonna go back and forth between the modes. Ugh, he said he's a liar. Ooh, wait, are those wheels? Oh, lucky me, those are wheels. Okay, cool. Awesome. And that's a wheel as well. Cool. Alright. So I guess I lucked out. I'm one of the few fortunate ones who didn't have gammy hips. Slides on. Click. Click. So is this a case of when you do one, it does the other? Oh, okay. Maybe not. Okay, so what holds that? Is that? No. Is that? No. I don't know. Holds in place? I don't know. Oh, okay. Just friction tabs, hold those. If I understand correctly, the actual missiles that come out. Nope. There's two tiny little panels on the back that have paint applications. Some slight warping on the transparent door on his chest. Slightly. Only the one side tabs in properly, the other side just hangs. And no matter how much I push on it, it doesn't want to stick. But friction's holding it nicely for the time being, so I don't think it was because of the way it was stored, it's just the way it came out. So I chalked this one up to a quality control issue right here. Just it slipped by when they were doing final assembly, so it happens. Ava, why are you putting ways over the shoulder cannons? I'm getting to it, I'm getting to it. Okay, so it looks like all he does is this. No ratchet. Okay. I'm surprised the fingers are not made of PVC, considering how pointy they are. There's no wrist. They only open and close, and it goes up and down. No wrist. You can't get the little claws to turn sideways. Oh well. My immaculate knowledge of Generation 1, was Trypticon supposed to be just kind of a generic dragon kind of thing, or was it supposed to be a Tyrannosaurus kind of thing? He's got these little pegs all over the place. Clearly Titan Masters are meant to stand on this. Of course I only have 2, 3. Oh my god. Rocket engines on the back of his head. Brutal. Oh! So how do you trigger that? Oh my god, he can eat Titan Masters. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so that's there. If this is supposed to spring open, what's the trigger? What is the trigger, or is there a trigger? Do you just point his head straight up? I don't think so. Is there a button? I don't see a button. But there is a spring right there. Oh! Aha! There we go. Okay. Oh, I see. You plug the Titan Master in here. Oh my god, you plug the head of the Titan Master in at the top of his head, and then that pops up. Whoa! Just whoa. And of course, because that panel on the side here, on the one panel doesn't have any friction on it, I'm a little concerned that the weight of this Deluxe-class, whatever his name is, I don't know his name, eventually is going to pull him down, so I'm going to have to do something different with that. And this one's shoulder, or the right torso panel doesn't want to quite latch into place. Oh my god. There's so much to look at. Oh my god. It's a dream come true. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. And this is without decals. I'm tempted to just burn those suckers. He doesn't need decals. Who cares about the G1 lines and stripes and you know, random doodads they put in here? The molding alone is justification to just say, screw the decals. Maybe some of the city road signs and stuff like that, yeah, sure, but oh my god. Ouch, again. There we go. One more. Oh. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Alright. Yeah, I can't keep this on here because I don't want the friction that's on the one on that thing to get any worse than it already is. It's just going to be a big old purple blob on his chest anyways. Who cares about that? The completionist, damn you! Am I not locking something correctly up there? Am I really supposed to peg a Titan Master in there so that he can control that? Worth it? Oh my god. This is only the third city former I've got. Hasbro, Takara. Thank you. Thank you. It may have its flaws, which I haven't come across yet, but thank you. Molded in wheels, which are supposed to represent the G1 version's wheels that were right here originally, but they snuck a wheel in right here. I still want to get, if they're still making it, I still want to get my hands, of course I need a little of this first, I still need to get my hands on that third-party, not Trypticon, Scorponok. Oh, Scorponok was a city former. I forgot. Where's our Titans Master, or Titans Return Scorponok? I mean, if they could blow up Metroplex to the size of this guy, or actually slightly taller than this guy, I don't know. I might have to bring him out. Then surely they can do the same thing to Scorponok. So long as they fix the giant backpack that he had in Scorpion mode, I'm just saying. Over the shoulder motherfucking cannons. I don't believe this. This is like seeing it pictures like, oh, that was really neat, but seeing it in person with all these intricate little details, what's this? I have no idea. But there's like the tiniest of cables that they've molded in. I'm looking at his neck right here, just under his jaw, and it's loaded. It's loaded with detail. There's a panel, it's all molded detail, but there's a panel that goes up along his shoulder right here, but then on a layer underneath that, there's cables and servos and generators and all kinds of things. It's like, ah. And this coming from a person who A, has Titan-class Metroplex, and B, has both Armada Unicron and Galaxy Force Primus, okay? So I already have plenty of examples, but still, you know, this does not fail to amaze in terms of its detail. Just, oh my God. You know, I may not know him from Generation 1, and does it really matter? This is impressive. And I don't think this would have happened if it were not for the dedication that is G1ers. So, I mean, I suppose I have to thank you for sticking your noses out as long as you did, for as hard as you did. Without your persistence, something like this might never have happened. Let's be honest, Bayformers might never have happened if it wasn't for the G1ers, okay, so. Is this supposed to, like, flip around all the way? I can't tell. Like, I know his tail was kind of looked chopped off in G1, whatever. But then it also has the ability to do this. So does he kind of do the 1980s version of a Tyrannosaurus where it stood upright? Is that what this is supposed to be? Well, gee, Ava, maybe if you read the instructions, you might be able to figure out. I mean, I almost feel more comfortable tilting him like that. But if Trypticon wants to tilt like that, then Trypticon can tilt like that. For you War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron players out there, video game players, how close is this to that version? I could just stand here and stare at it all day. How about I get going? I'm wasting your time. On second thought, I'm being awfully selfish here. I have no idea how close this is going to appear. Gosh, if only I had a different camera with a reversible screen where I could actually see what I'm shooting from in front of the lens. But it goes forever and ever and ever. What's on the back side here? Just some stuff. His arms alone are just, ah! And then his legs come along, and it's like, ah! Is there anything underneath there? Yeah, a little bit. There's a little bit under there. How in focus is this? I have no idea. I don't know what's on the inside of his hips. But oh man, they actually put a transparent cover over silver painted interior detail. God. Now I wish I'd worn a t-shirt. Well, there's all the decals. 158 decals. I'm still looking. 158 is the largest number I've seen. $152. Unbelievable. Why do I hear a squirrel? More to the point, why do I hear him so clearly? Okay, it starts in spaceship mode. Really? Space cruiser, battleship? It starts in battleship mode. Why? Oh, I see why. Okay, so they want you to... Okay, alright. Because technically, yes, he did start out in spaceship mode. I'm the one who chose to get him into robot, beast mode as quickly as possible. Stop folding open. Stop doing that thing that you're built to do. You know what I've got going through my head right now as I'm messing around with this thing? I've got, I can't remember who wrote it or who composed it. I want to say his name was Holtz. But I've got that theme from theme from the planets. It's called Mars. You've heard it before. You know what it is. Classical piece of music. Sounds like modern day music orchestral stuff, but it's actually written, you know, like 100 years ago or whatever. Anyways, I've got that going through my head right now. Oh! I wonder why that left side keeps wanting to pop out so much. I'm not even pressing anything. It wants to do it again. Oh, the claws go forward. Okay. I thought they went back. It's strange because they show the something extend here. Oh, by the way, that thing I complained about with broadside and hard head with the instructions, they're doing it here again. Oh, it's, I know what it is. Oh my gosh, it has a hip splay that I totally missed. Ah! There we go. Pegs in there with friction. God damn it. a button? Nope, I guess you just force it. Yeah, I should have worn a t-shirt today. Oh my God. I don't know where I'm grabbing it. You know, if he has rocket engines on the back of his head, then why is his head not flipped around the other way? Yeah, good question. Where are his engines? Ouch! Ooh. That was the Titan Master peg I just wedged my knuckle against. Oh. Should I also bring up the fact that this is one of those few bots out there where, this is one of those few bots out there, Autobot or Decepticon, that has two shades of transparent plastic. Few and far between, that one. None of that painting over your eyes bullshit either. For some reason he has a dino head sticking out the back there, which doesn't feel right. But it doesn't show the back of him. So I'm just going to have to assume that his head just sits there all the time. Well, you know, I could... There's the engine. The engine of woes. I'm sorry, I was doing a wraparound. So you've already seen the tail. But the loading bay, docking bay, whatever. Gravity is holding the side torsos in place, and the back of the heels, where else are the heels but the back of the foot, there's a peg on the back of the heels that's tabbed in under here. Ouch. Something flipped open. A ramp flipped open, but that's okay. I could just stare at this for hours and not be able to memorize everything that I've seen. It just goes on and on and on and on. And for some reason the tail, spoiler alert, the tail doesn't want to like lock into position. For whatever reason, it's only held with a giant spring-loaded ratchet joint under here. That's all that holds it in place. Now the side torsos, these panels here, those hold with, or they're supposed to hold with a, what's it called? With a, I'm blanking. They hold with a locking mechanism. You actually have to press the button to unlock the side torsos. Of course, this particular, what can I call this? Not model number, but this particular issue, this particular set, doesn't want to do it on mine for some reason. The right side torso, side panel keeps wanting to pop open. So, I mean, there is a peg there, and I see exactly how it works. It's just not doing it. Oh well. I think the only thing I'm going to have trouble with here. Oh, wheels. Wheels, no wheels. So it's pretty much as it is right now. Just have to undo the, wait. Where are those buttons? Where are those buttons? I was talking about them earlier. Where'd they disappear to? There they are. Wait. Oh, okay. All right. There. There. And down. Oh my God. Here's that inner thigh joint that, or the hip joint that I was telling you about that was covered up. There it is. Oh boy, it just lost a ton of stability. Yikes. Oh. Okay. Alright. Alright. Fortunately, it comes with wheels. So does it just sit like that, or does he come out? Yeah, he just sits like that. Ah, knew it. There had to be something holding the nose in place. And it's right there. Yeah, I thought something might be holding that in place. There we go. I think I like it better with that forward. Cool. Okay, so that was the easy part. Gun is a thing. This gun looks like yeah, I know it's totally black, but it looks like a spaceship all by itself. Looks like something out of Generation 1, perhaps. Aha. There we go. It's not a waist joint. What did I press? No, what do I lift? Aha, okay. Oh, and there he is. Let's take a moment to admire. Gosh, I wish they had the names for these guys. Another completely unpainted Titan Master with the exception of, well, kind of the important part when he becomes a robot head. He is very generic, he is very tiny. Not even a dab on his face. Wow, you put him on backwards and then you flip the head around. That's strange. That is a mean visor he's got going there. I like it. His shoulders just don't like stay, or the inner shoulder, not the outer shoulder here, but the inner shoulder really doesn't like holding position. They're very loose, going up and down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to decal up this guy. He kind of needs it. He's got a little paint down here, and he's got one covering each nipple. And that's kind of all the decal, or that's all the detail he's got. So there's that guy whose name completely escapes me at the moment. Decepticon Necro and Full Tilt. hard to tell which one's which by that statement. I wish it said Titan Master. I don't know which one's which. Okay, so Necro is the name of the Minicon, and Full Tilt is the name of the bot right here. So that is what we are dealing with here. And he's very, very purple with a little bit of black and lots of articulation. Just needs a little more paint, maybe some different colors. I mean, black tires isn't good enough. Whoa, hello. Crotch panel. Because why not? I think. Yes, there's a crotch panel. Oh, no, no, no. No, I'm not pushing that all the way in. Screw you. None of that BDSM shit in my house. Technically not my house. It's a little Decepticon, or Deluxe-class figure. Yay. I already knew that. But the main event. Thank goodness the main event. Does this guy peg in anywhere? I don't know. He's got some little slots on the side of his feet. I guess you can plug them in. Except that his heel spurs get in the way. GG. I'm not going to pick this thing up a third time. Forget it. But that being said, holy shit. And I did it mostly without the instructions. To be fair, City form and Cruiser form, they're kind of the same. It's just a matter of how you deal with the legs and the nose. So that's kind of it. Saw that coming. Saw that coming a mile away. And yet you did nothing about it. Shows how forward-thinking you are. And he's got little panels here that you can hook Sky Shadow, or what's the other example they gave? Sky Shadow and... Wait a minute, why would they show Broadside when he's... Alright. Dude, I'm having to share my personal space with a toy. What's this? Get this out of here. But still, the fact that I have to lean all the way over here just to make space for this thing is... Wow. Oh, do these open? I think they should. Yeah, I think these are supposed to open. Yeah, those are supposed to stay up. Okay, now it's done. Wow. Where am I going to store this thing? I have no idea where I'm going to store this thing. He's probably going to end up on the floor just like Fort Max, unfortunately. I don't have space for him on the desk. I haven't played around with Metroplex for several years now. He's just been sitting on the desk there. Well, standing on the desk there. But, this is so cool. This is so cool. I'm all tired. I'm tired out. Wow. This is great. I love this. Kind of wish these panels on the inside of his torso would open up. Kind of. Maybe slip a bunch of Titan Masters in here. So I've got the one panel here that just doesn't have enough friction. It's molded slightly odd, whatever. And I've got a see which leg is it? I don't know. I think it's this side panel that doesn't like to stay shut. Oh well. That's crazy. I'm going to admire this some more a little later on. So, okay, I'm done. Once again, this is A for Unit 4A saying thank you for tuning in.